I'm just starting because Cheech was saying he's going to get off in about 5 minutes, and this is about 5 minutes. So I got one person watching, which probably is just me. I have pinned the StreamYard in the chat. If anyone wants to join, I am just drinking some wine. I'm going to go grab another beer when this is empty. Got 3 people watching. Gonna look at the look at the chat. Jackson saying, "Yay, after party! Cheers!" And then Emmanuel's in the chat saying, "Hello." I've got the StreamYard link posted and pinned. If anyone wants to join, ain't no problems here. My audio is working like that. I can hear it, like I can hear myself and everything's fine. Audio was working over on Cheech's stream, so we got some good vibes going on. Drinking some sweet red wine right now. Maybe going to some beers later. Since I started the night with beers and cocktails, I don't plan on going back to whiskey. We shall see how that goes. It just depends. Cheech is probably still going. I don't know if his audio is better or if he's just keeping on. I didn't even put up a thumbnail. I just kind of jumped on over here. And my StreamYard, I've got it to where it'll do a little bloop when it's ready. So yeah, just chilling. If no one's going to drop in, I'm going to go ahead and keep on cataloging my whiskey. I have more than what I initially planned on having. I've bought more whiskey than I initially thought. I thought I would just have this cabinet. It is such a big cabinet. I thought it would be fine. Little did I know I would buy more, and the cabinet would no longer be big enough. So we shall see. I'm just going to put in chat over on Cheech's stream, is everything good? Or are we moving the party over? Because it looks like everything's good, but I don't have the sound on over there. The party will follow, says Jackson. What did you buy? I bought everything. Like, I only had like 30 bottles. And now each of I've got 1, 2, 3, and another shelf that you can't see that are all full. I bought just a lot of stuff. It's not even just 1 or 2 different things. That's what I bought to make it be too much. I just bought so much. So many different things. I'm up and ready when you guys are. So, we shall see. If no one comes over, that's fine too. Just doing a little chill, just a little hangout. I'm going to go ahead and... Brian saying we're all about to come over. Okay, I'll be ready for everyone all of a sudden. What have I bought recently? Recently, I bought a couple of store picks. Gonna add someone. Here we go.
Oh,
hey.
First?
First?
No way. What's going on?
First time on the stream and first over here.
Heck yeah. How you doing?
Heck, I'm doing good. Just talking about some things I've been buying recently. I got the Houdini bottle. I got Old Dragon Bones. I got the Port Night. I've been doing more picks than like shelfers. Nice. All right, I'm gonna add someone else.
Oh, the Tommy. 2 best looking guys.
The first two guys, the best looking guys on stream.
Tommy D, what's up, buddy?
Not much. What's up? I haven't really talked to you in a while. You kind of stepped away for a little bit there, didn't you?
Oh, I stepped away for a long time. Yeah. It's been a bit. It's all good.
I like how your video is set up where you really are clear and you have the black background. Are you outside?
No, I'm in my living room.
Okay.
Hey, there you go. See the rest of the room now?
No.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's all dark.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
So I just thought you were outside.
Everyone thinks I'm like sitting outside, like
It looks
Sitting
good.
outside,
Either
but
way,
enjoying
you
the air
look it's
conditioning.
you.
campfire and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, hold on. Like button smashed.
Smashed. Alrighty. I wasn't Wrench over on Cheech's stream, so when I posted the link, I guess it didn't work.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Oh well.
Who do you have a wrench over here? Slap shots a wrench? Okay. As long as you got one, you're good.
Yeah, I've got Slapshot as one. I'm seeing as people are in the chat, I'll add more. Cheech sent me. Sounds
Don't let
good.
Davlar. Don't give him a wrench.
I gave Ruben one.
I'll give Tim Evans one for sure.
No, don't do that. He's a Chicago guy.
Yeah, but
Them
he's
damn
kind
Chicago
of awesome.
guys.
Come on now.
Takes one to know one, right?
Yeah, I'm just messing.
I wonder if Cheech is going to come over. Maybe his
said
audio
he
won't
was.
be an issue.
He said he was
Oh,
coming.
okay. I had popped off so that I could get this set up. Gabe is a first-time listener.
There you go. Love that last name. Mazzotti.
Mazzotti.
Yeah.
So we've got Emmanuel still in here talking about what I've gotten recently, which is just basically a bunch of pics. Jimmy John's Pizza saying they're coming over now. Frank C. looking for the link. Don't forget to smash that like button because Ruben is so nice to remind people. Tim saying cheers. Steve saying evening all.
Well, you
Andrew's in
did
the
give
house.
Tim Evans a wrench. What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow, look at that. Awesome.
Well, it takes
Now
one
he's
to
gonna
know
time
one,
me out.
and where I work.
Awesome sauce.
Davilar's here. We got David, Jackson. This Gabe with the amazing last name. What? Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome, Ruben. I will try not to time out Will. If people start abusing their privileges, it will be taken away. I have the power to do that. I think somehow, if I could figure it out. But I've heard I do.
You can give the power and you can take the power.
Yes.
Yes. Ruben saying that Tim is a great wrench.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yep.
Zeke, cheers. What's everyone drinking tonight? Got a Weller foolproof in my glass.
Booker's Country Ham.
Booker's. I've got some red wine I'm finishing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you weren't gonna hit the whiskey there. Since the
Number 7.
I shouldn't because I've started with beers and wine.
Mm.
And beer before liquor, never sicker.
Mm-hmm.
I am young, but I don't want to test it.
Yeah, just drink enough water.
No audio issues here, not that I've heard. If people in chat are hearing audio issues, just let me know. How much of a variance have you found with Elijah?
Probably EC.
Any of that have been worse than regular.
Maybe ECBPs?
Well,
But,
no.
yeah,
Well,
what do you mean by
there's
regular
barrel-proof
ECBPs?
picks.
What's a regular ECBP?
Well, there's barrel-proof
That has
picks
me
that people do,
Confused.
and then there's the the A1, whatever 122, B522.
Well,
There's-
that's not the
Getting that
regular.
person on
three
stream.
releases.
That's like another one, right?
What's that?
Like, there's no regular ECBP. There's just ECBP. Depends on
What you have the 3 releases, but
Per
then you
year.
also have some private barrels that are
Right.
kind of barrel
There,
stripped.
again, with
So
that
what's the
variance,
difference?
there's no regular.
Right. The only regular would be the non-barrel proof stuff, which is the 94 proof.
So
But-
there's no really regular.
Or as he call it, the A, B, and C as regular, and then the private select as different.
Yeah,
you can't
but
though, because
Tony's got a
A, B, and
point.
C
So
are all
I've got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Cheech coming
The
up on
incredibly
stream.
regular.
You forgot the part, the man with the audio issues, because I still have them. Even on
You
your
still
stream, I'm
have
having the same
them?
You
audio.
The
still
man
have
who
them.
is incredibly regular, as we were talking about regular E ECBP.
Regular is the goal.
There is
Yeah.
no regular.
There you go, there you go.
ECBP.
Just poured
Well,
some Dickel 13.
You're right, Tony, because 2021, they were like lower proof.
Each release is different from ECBP. Like it's a single
That's a
barrel
question.
or it's a single small batch.
No, it's a single barrel. No,
Well, if you
No,
if you
it's
get it
not.
from a store, it's a single barrel, yes. But you go for like B522, that's going to be a small batch.
yeah,
Oh.
you're right. You're right.
Tim Evans buys
Tim,
all
I
of them,
buy-
picks
I
or
buy them
not.
all as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I stopped.
Any
I was
that I
just telling
see, I
Ben
buy.
I have like 20, probably closer to 30 bottles of.
I don't know. I have a lot.
I have a shit ton as well.
I stopped
Well,
An
buying.
you know what,
entire
last one I got there,
section
bud.
of shelf. The
I have-
entire
You're
shelf
not gonna
is
drink it all.
ECBP.
You're not going to drink it all.
Well, that's you can
Whoa,
do
whoa,
that
whoa,
too.
whoa, hold on. I'm not going to drink it all. What?
I'm just saying there's so much whiskey you could buy to try, but you're not going to finish every bottle in your
You
lifetime.
hold your tongue. Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Maybe that challenge doesn't need to be accepted. Speaking of challenges, I challenge everyone to drink some water.
I just did.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
thanks. I'll drink some
it's
water.
colored, but I just did.
I mean, we don't discriminate against water, so.
Water, I'd be okay with some electrolyte drinks, Gatorade, what have you. Oh, there were my earbuds.
Stop being a nurse. Jeez.
Well, I'm off until Thursday, but I gotta
Hey,
put those
well, that's
things
nice
out
for
there.
you.
Stop being responsible.
So how long is this road
I don't
trip?
want a headache in the morning. What you guys do is your thing.
Well, you're drinking sweet wine. You think you're not going to have a headache?
Yeah, no kidding.
Ben, she switched to whiskey.
Oh, she's fucked.
She's a professional.
I have not yet.
Oh, I thought she said she poured it.
No, I finished that, and we'll see how I feel after I finish what I've got in there. I guess the audio issues were too much for Cheech, but I'll keep an eye in case he blitz back in.
Bloop.
Because that's a little sound it makes on my side. Not sure how to get in touch, but if it would help. Steve's offering some help.
I wonder if you went with just a different ear set, because
I saw that Steve Burkow. I'm gonna probably tear out the whole system tomorrow and just start afresh. I think I'll just rewire everything from scratch and see if I can
you
fix it.
sound fine. So could it just be your I don't know, what do you call those earbuds? Buds.
I don't know. I think Ben was onto something with the Kodak though. I think that was. I saw that issue when I Googled it. A few other people were having a similar issue, and it was a Kodak issue. But I
Cheers,
don't know. My
David
shit was
Robbins.
working straight for a
It's a new
while,
name.
and now it's just suddenly a problem. So
You fixed the chair.
yeah, the chair is fine. No, I wish everything else was running as good as the chair.
It is a beautiful chair. My chair squeaks.
Thanks, I appreciate that. You know, the things you can find on the side of the road if you're just looking.
I bet she doesn't know the story of the chair, does she?
I don't think I
I
do.
don't know. Sierra's been around. She's heard it. She knows I found it like abandoned on the side of the road.
As long as that's the whole story. I know that whole story.
Yeah. There's
I didn't know if
there's
it
no
had.
real mystique to it. Tommy tries to make it into this mythical story of this. It was
It's
left
just
to me
so
by
goldenly
aliens.
orange. It's awesome. And then when I found out though it was like this far off the ground, I was like, "Oh, that's even
Yeah,
better."
it's a little bit low.
What
It's a
dwarf
little
was
on
in
the
that
low
one?
side. Sometimes it's a struggle to stand up, if you know what I'm saying.
So my first couch was a side of the road futon.
Yeah.
But when
I just picked up another chair last week on the side of the road.
I got a shelf off the
We're-
side of
we-
the road.
We've called it. We nicknamed it Jen's chair. So
Is it gonna fit in there?
it's not as big as this chair. It's a little smaller. So is it going to fit in here? Hell no. It's not going to be a fit at all. But we'll pretend it fits and use it anyway.
Mr. Davilar's talking about how he switches from whiskey to wine all the time, but drinks plenty of water. So
Yeah, but Will,
I guess
she's
that's-
drinking
Yeah, water's
super
the key.
sweet wine.
Isn't he in Idaho too? So there's some kind of resilience there, right?
Tim Evans is in chat. So I do have regular. Oh, Cheech dropped again. I do have sweet red wine, but I've also had plenty of glasses of water. I did some deep cleaning today, so I deserved something sweet.
Well, nothing says you have to drink the bottle. Just have a sip.
Hold your tongue.
That's not that's not going to
I
happen.
feel like I should have been notified.
That
of
bottle
this.
looks like it's got an issue with it. I mean, there's a cork in it, so we're not totally impressed.
It is not a cork.
No.
What type of wine? It is Italia Roscato Rosso Dolce. Sweet red gold. I don't know, lots of words on there. That's the kind, Mr. Davilar.
Yeah, I don't drink red wine. It gives me a headache instantly. First glass, headache.
I like a good Pinot Noir. White wine seems to, I don't know, it's too sweet. But I mean, there's
White
a
wine
lot
does
of
give me a
sweet
headache.
red wine, but I like a good Pinot Noir. But I don't drink wine that much. Maybe with dinner, maybe when the wife wants some. I don't know. She's drinking some wine tonight. I'm drinking whiskey.
Good evening, Steve. Have a good night. Drink them if you
Steve.
have them.
So Ben, what inspired you to try to catalog your collection?
Because I have too fucking much, and I'm looking at. Well, I mean, part of it, all joking aside, is that I started having. I have a general rule from trouble in my past where I don't buy anything that I can't pay for in cash.
Good rule, good rule.
My home is the only debt I have.
Okay.
And even that, if I were to liquidate assets, I could make that go away. But that's also why I only have 1,000 square foot home. Lately, I've had some costs come up and stuff, and I was a little bit of like, and then I've really not tracked what I've been spending on the whiskey.
Gotcha.
And I also only have 1,000 square foot home. And it's gotten to the point where I've been basically tripping over bottles. I shouldn't say basically, I should say literally tripping over bottles.
Have you fallen? Have you had to fall within the last 3 months?
So I need to quantify what I have. I need to
The hunt is fun, though, isn't it?
That's the
It's all
problem.
about the hunt. Yep.
But I need
Battlers
to-
recently counted their bottles.
yeah, they're I'm still they're still in my rearview mirror.
Yeah.
And yeah. And it's it's the point where I have to cost plus ship a lot of bottles, do a lot more giveaways on my channel for odd stuff, maybe stuff people don't really want, but if I do $1 or $2 an entry or something,
Yeah.
Ruben
and,
As long
was
as
talking
your
about-
shipping is, as long as you're willing to give it up and your shipping is covered, I'd say do it.
yeah,
You know,
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. Also, I need to look at it and figure out what I'm willing to part with and what I want to
Yep.
keep.
Yep.
Jimmy John's Pizza's asking.
It's a Google Doc in progress.
what's special to you, what's not.
Yeah.
It was cool to find these things because they're maybe a little hard to find. But am I gonna drink it? Nah.
Well, I also have so many picks. I mean, everybody loves picks, but I've gotten to the point where I have so many picks.
I'm leery
crazy.
on doing store picks because I don't know a lot of the stores or the people picking them. Whereas, like with people on YouTube, I can tell what
Blake
their palate is.
Blake wants my one true unicorn. Of course he does. Blake, that's from the guy who sent me a picture the other day of 100 four gates.
Yep, I believe it.
Legitimately.
Oh, yeah.
Gates.
Blake Benson is like, woof. Get to know him. He's a friend.
Yeah, no, I love Blake, but it was like 100 four gates. I had to tabulate in my brain what that was financially. And I was like,
Don't do that. Don't do it.
Yeah. So,
We'll think about
well,
it.
the problem is I started calculating just what it would been if every bottle I have was $20, and I went, fuck. I mean, it's
$5 an entry giveaways coming your way soon.
right, but the problem is I don't know if people even want half the stuff I have. Because like
you
it was
put
cool
one
to
thing-
me to find it, but like here's a perfect example: a bottle I haven't even cataloged yet. I found a Larceny A120. Okay,
Yep. I got a
20
couple.
people want it. I've
I
never
know.
had one. I'd want
but I
that.
know really not a great batch. It
But
was
still,
like,
it's still
never had
larceny barrel proof.
Larceny
People will
barrel
want
proof.
it. Yeah,
Exactly.
People will want it. It's hot. People will want it.
I mean, I got God knows what here.
When
you're
you
not
said
gonna
something
find
weird, I
anything.
thought it would be something really weird, not a larceny barrel proof. Like, oh,
Grab something else weird. Something weird.
like Benson's giving you some more crap on in chat.
Wild Turkey's Master Key.
Hey Ben, what was that bottle you found not too long ago where the cork was like really bad? You thought it was like it had some of it had dehydrated. I can't remember what it was.
That was a
Was it
an
Four
old
Roses?
gentleman jet. The one I was showing that Bonnie was tasting the other night.
No, it was before that. It was like maybe a month and a half ago. You found a bottle of something 3 rows deep that you hadn't opened, but yet the cork really wasn't great, and so it actually had evaporated some.
Oh, that was a front age stated pre-fire Elijah Craig.
That's right. Okay, right.
Yeah,
I've
a
had some
pre-fire
cork issues with
Elijah
Elijah
Craig. Small batch.
So it's a small batch. What's so special about it? But because of what you found, that's special.
Well, that I
Elijah Craig's small
actually
batch,
won
what's
in a
special?
raffle at a
But still,
charity event.
What happened to it is kind of cool.
Well, it's more cool that I found it before it was dead
That's
and
true.
oxidized.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
Here, I'll give you an example of something weird. Here's something weird.
Puppy cam.
So I was just thinking, I've been on 13 barrel picks this year so far. So even if I just get 2 bottles of every barrel pick I've been on, that's 26 barrels of whiskey.
Yep.
Think about that.
Hey, David.
How many Parker Heritage do you have?
1.
Okay, well, that's surprising to me.
Orange Curacao.
Hey, Ben,
The
are you
worst
an
one.
Old Pit 17 or Heaven Hell 17?
Fuck you, Blake.
I'm just reading chat.
So, like, here's one, right? This is a
80
a
laws or
pick.
driftless?
This is an 80 Laws experimental straight bourbon whiskey finish in sauternes. 4 grain, 6 years old, like totally transparency. French oak sauternes, non-chill filtered. Like, I don't know if anybody else would want this. It's a pick, but it's a weird pick.
I think somebody would want it, sure. Me, I'd drain pour it. All 80 laws drain pour. But
Well, this
Never
is
had
their
an 80
new
laws,
master
I don't
series.
know.
This is not like anything else they have.
okay. I'm
This is
willing to
4
try
grain.
anything, but
4 grain. I mean, this is massively transparent. 4 grain, 60% corn, 20% wheat, 10% rye, 10% malt. Sour mash, double distilled. Distilled April 2nd, 2015. Harvested on May 27th, 2021. Independent Stave Company, 53-gallon, Char 3 American White Oak. Barrel entry proof 110, barrel exit 123.8. Secondary finish 225 liter French oak sauternes cast, non-chill filtered. Warehouse location, even the crossroads of the of the warehouse.
Thanks, David.
So, like, you know, massive transparency on this. But would anybody actually want it? You know what I mean? Would people go in on a giveaway on
Yes.
weird shit like that?
Yes.
for $5, sure.
Yes. $5 a person, yeah.
I mean,
I'm not
How
a huge
often
80
do
Laws
you
fan, but
how often do you fill up your bottles? Oh my goodness, baby.
fill up your bottles of what?
Flip, like
Oh,
moisten
flip.
the
Wet your
cork.
cork.
never. When I go to pour them,
That's what I was gonna say. Whenever I grab it off the shelf, oh, what you waving at? You waving at them?
I count
You waving?
just in view 6 Elijah Craig barrel proofs on one shelf. Sorry, there's more.
Unopened. Unopened. or-
No. I think 4 of them are open. It looks like.
All
One
right.
of
How
them
many
might be a
bottle and bond
toasted.
do you have?
Bottle and bond Elijah Craig 0. They don't exist.
No, how many bottle and bond do you have? What off the wall kind? Ruben's asking.
How many bottled in bonds? I didn't. I mean, I could count that. I haven't yet. A shitload, Ruben? I don't know.
Almost
I got-
all of them.
Well,
be right
here,
back. I gotta
I'll go
run
to
the
my
rest.
spread and realize my spreadsheet does not
Good
have
night, Frank.
anything that's behind me on it yet.
Good night, Frank.
I'll go to my said spreadsheet and search bottled and bond and bib and see what I come up with. Because, of course, there's no, rhyme or reason to how I type things in. Because that's just in descriptions.
Oh my goodness, Diego.
How old is he?
2. He's a tweenie, so his dad is a miniature dachshund, and the mom is a regular sized dachshund.
Ah.
By appearances, he heavily takes after
No,
his dad.
I only typed in bib one time. Okay, how many bottled and bond?
How many bottle and
That
bonds do you
can't be
have?
right because I'm only coming up with 6.
Oh no. Was your cataloging detailed enough? Oh my goodness.
Well, here's the thing, right? I have E.H. Taylor small batch I see on the list. I don't have that marked as bottled and bond. I know it's bottled and bond, but I didn't write it down as that.
Oh.
You know?
Mm.
I mean, that's just an example I see in front of me. And it's also here, early times bottle and bond. Quantity, 5.
It's like a $15 bottle. Why would you have 5 of them?
2 reasons.
No,
One,
I'm thinking
because
Evan
it's,
Williams. I'm thinking Evan Williams, but go ahead.
you know, early times bottle and bond, and these are the old pre-Sazerac. Bottle
Those
and
would be
bonds.
like huge. People would really like those.
Right, so those are Brown Foremans.
Yeah.
And were
25
never
bucks.
sold here, so I would buy them when I was on the road.
Mm.
Ruben
And
saying
when
you
you're on
need to
road
rewrite
trips,
your
you
list before you've
sometimes
been done
lose
with it.
track of oil you've bought.
Yeah, okay, Blake. I'll trade you a early times for a Redbreast 27.
I mean, yeah, I see lots of stuff here that is bottle and bond that I probably didn't even type it in because I didn't care. I didn't think about it, you know? But I can go back and edit that.
Especially since you know off the top of your head.
Yeah, it's kind of a curse. So is looking at this list. Hey, let's find instances of Elijah Craig. How many you think? Not individual
27.
bottles, just Elijah
Just
Craig.
every Elijah
Oh,
Craig that you've already counted.
12.
How many different
Uh,
lines are there with Elijah Craig? So then, different kinds of Elijah Craigs I have.
22.
18.
Would you believe Slapshot nailed it at 18?
I believe he nailed it at 18.
Okay, but here's the problem. They're not all single bottles.
I killed Brian.
That was 120 proof Knob Creek I just swallowed down the wrong
Did that
pipe.
A couple times. Yeah. You go to swallow and it's like a hiccup or whatever, and it just doesn't go right. Yeah. So Ben, though, how many of those are just the 94 proof, whatever?
Can't make me
Bunch.
laugh when I got that in my mouth. Oh,
How many quantity was? I mean, Jesus. See, like, I don't think this
But they're
count is
picks.
correct. Like, I have to go look through my stuff because right now I'm coming up with a quantity of I have 4 Elijah Craig grenades, and I know I don't have 4 Elijah Craig grenades, so I know that counts off. So that's where I know this whole bottle count is not accurate.
Would
Yeah,
you
but
pay
Bonnie-
$29 for a Brown Foreman early times? Jimmy John's Pizza has cases, but $7 over state minimum.
Yes, if you know for a fact it's got the Brown Foreman DSP number on it and you've never had one, yeah, I would take 1 or 2 and have them in your collection. If
Yeah,
you've had
I
it
don't think-
and
they're
you
probably
chose
the
not to
old
buy
stuff. Yeah, you gotta know a little bit more about that one because
Bye, Mr. Davilar. Have a good
the
evening.
Brown Foreman stuff is good. The Sazerac stuff isn't that good.
it, good night, Will.
You're heavy. Can you please stop?
Is that a Dachshund?
It's a dachshund, yeah.
How much does it weigh?
less than my cat.
Probably more.
This is
Probably
true.
less. What?
Just 9 pounds, but he keeps moving
Oh,
and
yeah.
being all wiggly makes it
Well,
worse.
Danny's
4 bottles.
Danny's 23 pounds. So
4 bottles is what I would buy. I'd keep 3 and sell 1.
see,
I
but
would
for me,
open
a lot
one.
of this collection is also if somebody
Me too.
came on here and was like, "I've always, even if it's a year from now, I've always wanted to try that bottle." Okay, there you
Yeah.
go,
There
$25
you go.
bucks,
Here's a
whatever.
sample.
Yeah, or a sample, or even if somebody was like, "I had it, I loved it, and I can't find it anywhere."
And you're like, I just
Yeah.
have it.
Well, you know how many people I talked to who started collecting before I did, who were like, "Yeah, I have this bottle and that bottle and this bottle and that bottle." And they give me pours, or they'll show me they got them, and it's like, And it kills me because it's stuff I love, and it was, so I tried it, But most things I only have 1 to 2 bottles of. That's what's crazy.
So earlier tonight, did you see Destination Bourbon was on?
I saw he was on, but I was in a restaurant. I couldn't hear a word he was saying.
Right, but you know what his basement looks like, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of kicking myself because I've been into whiskey, but it's not been good stuff. It's Jim Beam White Label. That's what I grew up on. If I had known, like, I don't know, 7 years ago, hey, this is good whiskey, my basement would look like his. It would just be kind of
And
like
then
I'm
you'd be
kicking
looking
myself
at
now.
right. But you're going to a country where the standard of whiskey is much higher and the prices are much lower.
Yeah, but still, I'm not a huge malt guy. So.
No, I'm talking about bourbon.
Well, that's getting up there in price too.
It's not a matter of that. Their standards are very high for even what gets imported. Like, you can't buy regular Wild Turkey 101 there for $20.
No, it's Wild Turkey 8-year.
David's looking to buy that.
Wild Turkey 101 for $20.
It is different, Ben, but it's not. I mean, I don't know. I've noticed a lot of the scotches are different there because that's kind of what more their whiskeys are.
How much Evan Williams 12-year is there? It's like $30.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, Evan Williams 23 years like 60.
I've seen some Buffalo Trace stuff going up in price. So.
No. If you go to a place where they're catering, yes, but regular on the shelf stuff, Evan Williams 12 and 23 are shelfers.
Yeah, well, yeah. Unfortunately,
Wild Turkey 13
I didn't have my wife going running around crazy.
No, but when you're there and you gotta go.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna have fun.
No, that's what I'm saying. You'll be making a collection there that'll make all of our heads spin. And that's where, though, if you really want something from here, we get the international hand delivery system going.
Yeah. Yes, USPS, which is gonna suck.
Collectible glass for all, and maple syrup.
Yep.
Lots of maples and specialty olive oil.
So one of the good things about Okinawa is they have their own pottery. There's some really nice pottery.
Mm.
I would like some Okinawa pottery. That'd be nice.
Yep. All right, I think I'm going to check out, though. You all have fun.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go soon, but I'm not ready yet.
It's late where you're at. Jeez.
Isn't it always?
Yep.
All right, y'all have fun. Good night.
See you, Tommy.
Have a good time. Have a good night.
Thanks for having us on.
No problem.
Cheers, I'll have an after party and everybody leaves. How many people are still watching, actually?
12.
There you go.
We got 12 people still watching.
Yeah, I have too much fucking whiskey. But part of the problem is I got into this thinking I would be having parties. I'd be having people over. I would have whiskey tasting events.
Mm.
Yeah, and no, I just have a shitload of whiskey.
But when did you start collecting it? And I don't mean like 5, 10. I mean like really like buying it and collecting it.
5 years? About 4 years?
Gotcha.
4 to 5? I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, no.
Basically, whenever Tony Tutos figured out that I had a dog shit corked bottle of Eagle Rare, and I learned what.
So supposedly Japan wants to make bourbon the quote-unquote cheap drink of the country.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, we know what Brian has bought recently. What have you been buying recently, Ben?
The only things I've bought anytime recently, because just haven't had time, and frankly, I've been looking around and just going, what the hell am I? Basically, at this point, it's got to be a pick I'm really interested in, or, or something super rare, or I'm just not buying it at this point.
See, that's what I said, and then I found those 3 bottles.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't pass them
for
up.
you,
though.
those are super rare.
Oh, yeah.
So, and they were at the lowest price you could possibly get them. So shut up.
Which is still too much.
David's saying he'll party with you virtually, Ben.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to send samples, but I've been really bad about sending samples lately, but I'm happy to do it. I know I still have to get with you, Sierra, and figure out samples.
Yeah, if I have your address, I can send you samples. I still have your cigar plan poured up.
Yeah, I know. You'd emailed me, and life has been crazy.
Yeah, life's been crazy for you. You've been having a lot going on. But it's reserved for you.
I appreciate it. And whatever you want. I mean, I figured out so far I've inventoried 98 open bottles. And I haven't gotten to my generally open bottle areas yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm figuring
you just mentioned so many things, and like there's so many that I haven't had before.
Mm-hmm.
So like as far as samples, it's just
It's
basically
like reach into the cupboard and grab one.
Yeah, I have 100. I'm guessing I have somewhere between 150 and 200 open bottles.
Like I can say that I really want to try a Larceny Barrel Proof. I haven't been able to find a single one.
Easy.
The Wild Turkey Master's Keep or Decades, whatever you have behind you is
I have a Decades open. Can do that. I gotta find it. It's around down here somewhere, I think. It's in that.
So what's
region.
the box of Wild Turkey behind you that is?
That's Master's Keep 1. I haven't opened it yet because I actually have a very nice sample from somebody else. So I've been working on that when I want to pour it.
Mm-hmm.
It will get opened. But
I was just saying I saw that, and let me solo you to see what you've got behind you, just because
there's so much. Yeah, let me duck down so it'll focus.
I haven't had a single Old Fitz. I haven't had Coy Hill. Blanton's Gold. Is that what that is? I have heard it's better than regular Blanton's.
It is. That one's not open yet, but it will get opened.
Barrel Seagrass. If that's back there. I see a couple barrels.
There's all kinds of shit.
There's just... You don't have to duck anymore. It's okay. There's just so many things you've
got. What is the bot?
Hey,
Ben. On the shelf that's like your hair level? Where the right where your finger is, it's got like bumps on it.
Oh, Belfour?
Yeah, like
solo me again so you can
right there where your finger is. Nope. Right there. It had like bumps on it. It looked like it had bumps on it. I don't know if that was true or just the way.
That is a single barrel cask strength Belfour. One of one of like 4 single barrels that exist from Belfour. That is actually, Slapshot, you would highly appreciate it. I have a bottle of Belfour signed by Ed Belfour. See, Slapshot would appreciate Belfour because Belfour is actually owned by Eddie Belfour.
Yeah.
That's his whiskey company.
And if he makes whiskey like he stopped Puck, it's pretty good.
It's not bad. I'm going to tell you that. It ain't bad.
I had a Texas pecan, and it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I only got a 200 milliliter bottle, but it was good.
See, that I would love. They have like little ones there, right?
Yes, they're so cute. I got one because it was such a cute little bottle. And that
Coy
one
Hill I don't talk about because I overpaid for it, so I may let it go to somebody else who was willing to pay what I paid. So I don't really talk about it. It's just there, and I kind of forget that it's there, and I just kind of...
Well, no, behind where your head is currently, there was another Jack Daniels that looked like Coy Hill. Maybe it was just a Jack Daniel's single barrel.
I don't know. Where?
Let me
What, the
show
red
you.
label in the front there?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's
red label down the
that's-
shelf.
that's Lucky 7. Is that Lucky 7?
Oh, is it Lucky 7?
Yeah,
I saw
that's
the red
holiday
label.
toast.
Okay. So I saw the Lucky 7 and I thought it was Coy Hill, and then I saw it and I was like, "Damn, you got 2? Okay."
No. I have one and I regret it. So I basically considered it as I have none.
Like the green spot, I haven't had green spot before. The tube next to it, haven't had that either.
So that's Green Spot finished in Red Zin, the Chateau Montelena. That's Belvini Sweet Toast of American Oak. I haven't actually tried that yet. Shit, is that another Belfour? I guess so it is.
It looks like it from here.
I don't know. There's so much fucking whiskey here. And what's funny is you guys can't even see the top shelf. I'm really not kidding. There's a whole shelf up here.
Ruben's asking what the proof is on the Coy Hill you don't have. Tim saying Eddie signs here all the time.
143.7. You heard that?
What was it?
143.7.
There we go, Ruben. 143.7.
But then I have a barrel rye right here that's 14 years old and 144.68. Then I have a shitload of Four Roses. Then I've got, hell, I've even got a Homer Simpson tatered freaking bullet pick. Sprinkles and all.
Check my phone, and I've got a new subscriber, Frank C., and I think he already went to bed.
Oh yeah, he left a little while ago, I think.
Yeah, I saw him saying that he was going to bed. I didn't know he subscribed, so thanks though. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see like whenever I go on, or I've got some content, I've got more to record, but I've got some stuff going on. If you want to like the channel, like the video, that'd be great. All the YouTube things. David said he will trade some Blue Spot for some of that whiskey.
There's a Blue
Ruben
Spot here
saying-
somewhere. Blue Spot's delicious, though. There is a Blue Spot here somewhere.
Ruben saying his Coy Hill is 139.7 and his
Yeah,
second
but
one is
Ruben, how much did you
141.
pay for yours? I paid several times MSRP, and I'm not proud of it. It's probably one of the worst spends I've ever done in whiskey. So, I forget it's even in eyesight, and I don't even want to think about it, frankly. Because it pisses me off. I don't know. Smooth Ambler picks. There's 6 of them right there.
Damn. So Ben, you've got a lot of people's contacts. Do you have Jack's JAC? Do you have his contact?
Jack Smehoff?
I don't know. It just says JAC on YouTube.
Never mind.
You forget I'm young. And I don't even watch movies. Like, there are movies that should be things I've seen that I just don't watch. TV shows, movies, I'm not into that.
Bourbon Neophyte Anthony might have it because he was on his stream once. He had traded some samples.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ruben's got
I don't
two.
have Bourbon Neophyte.
I don't even see somebody in chat called Jack, so I don't know who you're talking about.
He's not in chat right now. It's just he won on a stream that I did the other night. And I haven't gotten an email from him. So he won.
Yeah, see, Ruben. Yeah, Ruben, more than MSRP. Well, more than 3, which is why I am embarrassed by it. And frankly, I keep forgetting that it's in frame, and I just kind of want to like put it in a closet and forget I ever bought it. I don't want to charge anyone else what I paid for it. And yeah, it just sucks. You know, it just.
Hey, I mean, some people don't want to pay the 40 plus.
Tim, not a single bottle of Dickel Old Scout here. Fuck that.
Well, thanks, David.
Yeah, Ruben, I might if I get a cool offer for it. We'll see. You know, and yeah, I'm aware of the supply and demand, and I gave in. And ever since I swiped my card, I've not been okay with it. So it just sits there, pissing me off. Now, in the grand scheme of things, does it fucking matter? No, but it's the one time I truly gave in and paid way too much.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you probably have a bunch of bottles that you underpaid for.
I mean, underpaid as far as secondary, as far as under like MSRP, maybe once or twice.
David, I don't even know how many bottles I have, but I guarantee there's things I have that you don't. Almost guarantee. And I'm totally interested in trading samples. Everyone has said, not everyone, but there's been a lot of people who have said that, oh, once you start a channel, like, you're gonna have more samples than you know what to do with. But like, not really. I've been sending
you'll get
and getting samples.
The worst kit thing is when you get like this. When you have like a sample you like, so you have some of it, and then you have some more, and then you know you got a half-ounce pour left, and like you're like, do I pour it? You know?
Yeah. Ruben saying that store he got his from was they want 500 and he's thought about it.
Yeah. Why? I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, I have the Sherry G pick HBR did.
I've got that. I haven't opened it yet.
It doesn't have quite the fire of Coy Hill, but it has a very similar flavor profile. So, like, that's where it's like, I bought 3 of those. And 3 of those was less than that goddamn bottle. So fuck that bottle. You know, that's kind of how I feel about it. Now, if somebody one day is stupid enough to give me like something, I would be okay with what I paid for it, you know, in a trade or something, because they paid less for something I'm willing to pay up more for. Because that's the way I do it when I trade. If I know I paid $300 for something, right? I have to be willing, if I'm going to trade that bottle for something else, that other bottle has to be worth $300 to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't track. There is place in the spreadsheet I'm using for how much did the bottle cost, and it even lets you dial it down with math to the price per ounce. And then it even has secondary price and lets you figure out if you've made or lost money.
Damn,
I don't want to do that because then I'll really have a stroke. So I've left those columns blank.
Great.
Tim Evans said that Coy Hill is his FOMO bottle.
Is a FOMO bottle. Tim Evans probably has 6 of them.
Oh.
And he'll write back, no, only 4.
What's the story on the Belfour stuff? I didn't know he had his own stuff. Is he like sourcing it, or is they making it? Like,
it's been a while since I dug into it. I know they're definitely they're distilling their own, and it's young, but it's Texas, so it cooks. But he's doing something. But they're doing something different with it. I forget what there's something different they're doing with it that has made it
I'm gonna step off and get another beer. I'll be right back.
Tim, I can't buy Old Carter here anymore. The few places that got it apparently cranked it through the roof, and it's $400 to $500 now. So Old Carter, at least from what I've found so far, has gotten unbuyable here. And I may get lucky where I get another bottle or two in the future when a store owner's nice to me, but as of right now, batch 11 and 12 bourbon and 7 and 8 American whiskey. Looks like they did not get out to Long Island. They only hit New York City and upstate New York. And the prices are astronomical. $400 minimum plus almost 10% tax.
good grief.
Yeah.
$400.
I'm not paying that unless the only way I would ever consider paying that is if I tasted a batch and it blew me away. But as I haven't gotten to try the new ones, I'm not paying double MSRP on them. Now, I'm sure one day when I see one of my friends in Ohio again, I'll get to try them, and then I'll probably regret not spending that money. But that is what it is.
I don't think I'll try anything and say, "Oh, I wish I spent $400 on this."
Yeah, no kidding.
There are bottles where I say I wish I could easily spend $400 on this. I won't because it doesn't make any financial sense. But then again, I look at what the fuck I've done here and wonder why I'm driving a car with 227,000 miles on it. This is why. Well, that, and since the chip shortage and the pandemic, you can't get a car. At least not the car you want.
Brian, how many bottles are you up to now?
He's got 4.
He does not have 4. He
No,
just bought 3.
Yeah, no, I probably have. I don't know. I haven't counted in a while,
Oh,
but probably right around 50.
see, it's getting up there. It's getting up there.
Oh, it's. I wanted. I need to eliminate a couple already because I don't have this. I got floor whiskey, so.
I have a puppy, so I just have countertop whiskey. I can't have floor whiskey.
Yeah, when the pandemic started, I had cut a whiskey barrel in half and made it into a cabinet, and that was all the whiskey I had. And then, yeah, it's gone from there.
Yeah, that's a pretty typical thing right there.
I remember when I went to IKEA and bought a bookshelf and thought, oh, that'll hold it all.
I got this
And I
Office
got home and
Depot
loaded
one.
it, and I needed another one.
But when I cut it and built it in the
I was
shelves,
like,
it did
shit,
hold
that
everything
didn't
I
hold
owned.
what I had. And then I built another one. I'm like, shit, that doesn't hold all what I have either.
See, I haven't even tried a sample of Old Carter, so
Yet
wouldn't know.
I can give you a
Yeah.
card to try.
Me neither, Sierra. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I want it because then I'm gonna like it and go, fuck. Now I gotta go find a bottle and I can't afford to spend that on one bottle.
I mean, MSRP on an Old Carter is around $200. Okay, it's hard to find them for that, but you know, you just bought a couple bottles. You bought 2 bottles where you could have bought one instead, and it would have been less.
Well, yeah.
To find it.
Yeah, and those two are the two most expensive bottles I've ever bought.
Right, but you also have 2 bottles you've opened in your collection, which collectively could buy you a shitload of bottles.
Oh yeah, if I wouldn't have done that, I could have bought all my bottles with that one.
Mhm.
Well, either one of them.
Yeah.
But see, aren't you glad you opened them though?
Oh yeah.
So
If I ever win the lottery again and get a second one, I would be trading for a whole bunch of stuff.
absolutely. But that's the second one. The first
I'm
Correct.
gonna have one more pour, and I gotta go to bed because it's
Correct.
fucking-
I mean,
What
they
you
were
gonna have your
good, but
last
they weren't the best whiskey I've ever drank. That's for sure.
I'm gonna solo myself real quick. I've got a gay bottle for a gay person.
Hey,
Hey.
what's up, girlfriend?
It was their pride bottle, their pride beer. Beer for the greater good.
What you talking about?
You just keep that as your picture just for that.
Actually, my camera died, but it was perfect timing.
Andrew's asking if you're building the Whiskey Library of Congress. David's giving me a hard time for yawning, but see, I am night shift. So whenever I wake up at 2 p.m. and decide to do things on my days off, I get tired after 12 hours, since 12 hours is the clock I'm normally on. So, but just because I yawn doesn't mean I'm going to sleep, because 4 a.m. is a pretty tired hitting time at work. Unless there's stuff going on. But 4 p.m. is typically a hard time at work. What's on the menu tonight? Well, Bacon, I have already had triple meat pizza. And I think that's going to be all I'm having tonight as far as food. What'd you have for dinner, Brian?
What did I have for dinner? Oh, I did a turkey sausage, like ground turkey sausage mixed with rice and scrambled eggs
Ooh.
with some
You're like,
onions and some
what did I
peppers in there.
have? And then it's something
I forget.
banger.
That was a while ago.
David saying blah blah blah, legitimate reasons, blah blah. Thank you. I am glad for my time off, because I will work Thursday and work 6 nights in a row, and then I will be off for 13 days.
And how many of those will be in the car?
2.5. It says
each
it's gonna
way.
be like.
It's like
I put in the round trip. It's gonna be 3,000 miles. But that's not counting the back and forth from the Airbnb to the concert and back for the different days.
You think you're going to the Airbnb?
Well, it's 11 to 11, so I would like to go to the Airbnb at least a night or so.
Are you bringing a tent?
It costs extra to have the campground.
That's not what I asked.
I'm not bringing a tent. Pouring some Knob Creek over there?
no, that goddamn bacon. That he didn't mean food. He meant what you drinking. So I showed him.
Oh, well.
You realize it
He
might
said-
take you hours to get from where you are standing for the concert to your car, right?
As I said, I have never been to a concert before.
Has your boyfriend ever been to a festival?
Never been to a festival, but he's been to a concert.
Have you maybe looked up guidelines for going to a multi-day music festival?
What do you mean guidelines? I looked up the
Like
guidelines
what
that are
to
on.
bring, what to prepare for.
Oh yeah. I've got a what to bring. Like I've got the like sunscreen, like a water bottle, like I don't know. A list? I'm judging by your facial expression. This is not the list you're thinking of. I've got other things that are not on live streamable.
Not that.
Well, what kinds of things am I missing? Please educate the poor young person.
First aid kit.
Oh yeah. Okay, so excuse me, I'm a nurse. I bring more than a.
Excuse
first
me,
aid
my father's a nurse and he's the worst fucking patient in the world.
patient, but I bring gloves and a hefty first aid kit everywhere I go.
Otherwise
All the
known
time.
as
It's got like
stuff-
tourniquet and chest seal and
stuff
stuff.
acquired in your travels. That's what we'll say.
I've got tourniquet, chest seal, regular boo-boo band-aid, medicine.
mhm.
I'm a medic.
one of
Almost.
which
I'm
would
not really
be
a medic, but
some type of shelter.
well, yeah.
Or do you have
like
seats
the
or are
space
you in an
blankets.
open field?
I've got like the space blankets and a light jacket.
Do you have seats or are you in an open?
You can't bring seats. It's not allowed.
Right. So
but
you're probably on dirt or grass.
Yes, but with the VIP, it's got seats. I'm going to have a jacket.
Yeah, what is a jacket gonna do in torrential downpours?
So I will have a raincoat.
You'll
I
have
don't
what?
know. So I'll have a raincoat. I don't know.
Brian, you ever been to a festival?
Not like that. I used to work at a.
You need some kind of protective covering, like. Yeah.
But they don't allow tents or chairs.
They don't allow weed either, but everybody's gonna have it.
I'm not going to have it. I have drug tests at work.
Brian, you smell that in your whiskey? It smells like bullshit. It doesn't matter if you bring it. It'll be a contact eye if nothing else.
Yeah, no
Well,
kidding.
it's-
It's like going
Oh,
to a
yeah.
Jimmy Buffett concert.
Yeah. Food. David's definitely accurate on that. A lot of food.
Oh yeah, I've
Um,
got dietary. So it says you can only have it if you have specific reasons, and I have dietary restrictions. Duh.
Yeah. See, you need a canopy of some kind. You need something. I mean, goddamn,
Oh yeah,
don't they
that's
have tents that'll fit in your pocket, emergency tents at this point and shit. You need something.
yeah, like a bivvy.
You're not gonna have any place to hang it.
No,
You need
bivvies
something
aren't
structural.
hanging.
Well,
No,
they
like a
don't-
bit-
bivvy,
happens
like
to
a
say
bivvy sack,
goodnight.
the emergency kind of like a. It's
Mhm.
almost like a space blanket.
Yeah.
But
But it's a little
it's
three-sided
like a
tent.
sleeping bag.
Mhm. Yeah, but I'm talking about something with some kind of structure to it.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be very interested in knowing.
But it all depends on the rules on that.
Yeah,
If
like
you can't
it's
bring any of
got-
that stuff in,
Can't bring any of that stuff. Amateurs.
I am an amateur. What did I just tell you? That I've never been to one of these before.
But you have Google.
I do have Google.
What to bring
And
to
that's-
a 3-day music festival. Let's see what Google says. Top 20 music festival items, things to pack and not pack. Neck wallet, comfortable shoes, deodorant wipes, packing cubes. I don't know what that is. Camelback.
Oh yeah, because they drop down how much it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
Camelback, because bottles of water are not going to get it done.
You can have a Camelback, but it's got like a limit to the size, and it has to be empty when you come in.
Cooling tails, that's stupid. VPN, that's stupid.
VPN, I'm not doing that.
No. Quick dry, tails, a portable charger, the windproof travel umbrella, that's something.
I've got my own portable charger, but it's not lipstick size.
Tapestries or blankets, protein bars, day pack, tent, and camping equipment.
Camping equipment is being the tent and camping equipment on the same
Power
line.
adapters, travel insurance, dry bags, costumes, cooler, first aid kit, luggage like rain jacket or poncho, Christmas lights.
Cornhole.
It really does say cornhole on this list. I'm looking. Hat, rubber boots.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same
sleeping
Asher
bag.
lyric.
well, it's not in Texas, David. It's in Ohio.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it'll be in Ohio.
Yeah.
It'll be the music festival in Ohio.
Yeah, I used to work for a local park authority. We had country concerts, so why'd you bite me, you little bastard?
I mean,
Oh.
flashlights are definitely needed, or headlamps.
And there was no alcohol, so I enjoyed the searching for the coolers and stuff, finding all the tricks people use to bring in alcohol.
Yep. I'm not gonna say my tricks because this is a stream, but
Yeah. But it's also, you're going to just get a ton of sun and you're pasty. I mean, you need to be under something.
yeah, I've got a good hat and the sports long sleeve.
Is it a sombrero? If it's not a sombrero, it's not a good hat. You need, coverage. You might
That's a
look
good
like an
brim on it.
asshole, but at least you won't burn.
Now I'm just gonna do the baseball cap I've got in the long sleeves and the leggings.
Oh, this is going to be good.
I'll take pictures.
You think your phone will have power?
As I said, this is my power bank.
That's not enough for 3 days. When you're fighting for cell signal with thousands of people.
The fact that it does 6 full charges from empty, I think I'll be okay.
Wait till you see how many people plug into that thing.
Into this thing, only one other person possibly.
Bring 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, this is the big boy, but I've got another one that is a solar power bank that clips onto a backpack. So it powers by solar, and then it powers its thing. And it actually does work. It's not one of those that it says it's solar, but it doesn't actually power it. It will fully charge on solar and then charge your phone.
Okay. So what do you? So okay, we know you're going there. So what are your other destinations? Like, what other things are you going for?
I'm also going to Niagara Falls, and we're doing a Maker's Mark tour and bottle.
All I heard is you're going to cross the border just so you can go to tax and duty free.
Yes.
Do you know to bring your passport? Do you have a passport?
No.
Okay, you're not crossing the border. Unless do you have or Texas licenses real ID yet?
Yeah, they're real ID. I've got my driver's license and my birth certificate.
You know, real ID and they have RFID in them. And you have to
The scannable?
Yeah.
Yeah. David's laughing at me. I
Yeah.
just said yes because you were like, obviously you're going to cross the border. And I was like, I mean, if you said obviously, I guess though.
Well, you're going to go to Niagara Falls and be able to get all kinds of travel exclusive whiskey by literally crossing over, a bridge, and you're not going to go.
Oh, I didn't know that I would have that option. As far as the whiskey goes.
Literally, Niagara Falls, there's two sides of the falls, the American side and the Canadian side. And the Canadian side's way better than the American side. As far as views.
I've heard that.
As far as views, as far as the town to hang out, as far as things to see and do. Yeah, it's all better on the Canadian side. Like, by far.
But I didn't know there was a bunch of different whiskeys available on the other side.
So whenever you go international, there's tax and duty free stores. There are lots of travel exclusive whiskeys. Now, what they will have at any given time, it depends on the border crossing and where you are.
I thought that was just at airports.
Nope. Any border crossing. Including just about every Canadian-American border crossing.
Well, you learn something new every day. Sometimes more than one thing. I did not know that.
Yes, okay. Texas is compliant with Real ID. It would be a Texas Real ID compliant license is marked with a circle with an inset star in the upper right corner of the license.
I got mine this year.
Okay, does it have a circle with a star that's inset in it? On the top right?
I don't memorize my license. Please hold.
It would be a gold star. Oh no. Hang on. Yeah, get it. TSA checkpoints and airports.
Yes, it's a real ID.
Okay. Real ID drive to Canada. I use my Real ID card to cross the border into Canada. Real ID cards cannot be used. Oh, shit. What can you use?
I think you have to have a passport.
See, it used to be all you needed was a driver's license to go to Canada.
Yeah, Yeah, June of 2001, I went into Canada with just my driver's license. But I think now you have to have a passport or the lower end passport thing that's just the card, not the whole book thing.
Yeah. Can I use my real ID card?
And you're not going to get that before you leave.
No.
What do I need to cross into Canada?
Too bad Moose isn't. Yeah, I don't international travel. I left the country one time in my entire 47 years. So.
Well, when I went to Mexico, all I needed was my driver's license and my birth
Here we
certificate.
go. Canada USA border operate. Randomized mandatory COVID testing is in place. Requirement for fully vaccinated trailing. Right, but what ID do you need? Here we go. You need a passport card, or enhanced driver's license. But I thought enhanced driver's license is real ID. Apparently not.
Huh.
Enhanced driver's license, Texas.
I don't know what that is. I don't even have a real ID. They have them. I just haven't gone to do it
They
yet.
have RFID. How do I get a Texas enhanced? New real ID. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Starting on all Texas driver's license have a go, huh? I'm so confused. Oh, here. You can only apply for an EDL in Michigan, Minnesota, New York, Vermont, and Washington. Got it. So you would need a passport. Fuck. Wow.
It's fine. I wasn't legitimately planning on going into Canada. But I also didn't know they were like travel exclusive whiskeys that I could get by doing that.
So I didn't know that either. I thought there was only an airport.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was only an airport, so I knew I wasn't going to an airport, so I knew I wouldn't.
Let's see if there's a tax and duty free on the American side.
David, I'm so confused. Is the Texas DMV motto?
All right, here we go. Rainbow Bridge, duty free America, Niagara Falls. Here we go. What a surprise. The American side's duty free has a lower rating. But I don't know if Americans can shop there.
Befriend a Canadian.
Hey, Ben of the North.
No, you need Donald Rance because he's in Toronto, which is probably the closest you're going to get to.
Well, while you're looking at the falls, or if you're going to ride the little boat that goes in underneath the falls, befriend a Canadian. Send them into the store.
Niagara Falls, Rainbow Bridge. Okay, wine and spirits,
say
whiskey, bourbons. Why isn't bourbon? Ah, here we go. Yes. Show 72. Yeah, they got some weird shit there. Old Bardstown Black labeled 90 proof. What the fuck is that? Yeah, here. For instance, Jack Daniels bottled in bond, 100 proof liter. Not the new bonded, bottled in bond. $24 for a liter. I mean, it looks like they have that, but it's not that exciting. And I have a bottle, so you could get a sample, even though I haven't opened it yet.
I'm not gonna make you open something.
It's gonna get opened, but I actually don't even know if I'm on the American side or the Canadian side in this store. Find other stores. Oh no, this has got to be the New York side. Well, the bourbon's not that exciting, thankfully. Now, if I look on the Canadian side, that might be different.
Might be.
She'll be like, "Fuck, I need a passport."
No.
She's, I believe, going with her boyfriend. I would hope.
Yes. And when I attempted to get a passport the first time, it did not work because I was a ward of the state. And that's not allowed.
Because of that asshole you mentioned the other night on stream. Would that be
like, I
accurate?
met you and your dad. No, you didn't. I met you and your dad. No, you didn't. You could have met us separately.
It
but
was
you didn't.
hysterical, and I was breaking his balls via text for that. Nobody knew I was there. I was lurking.
I
I
was
was
like,
texting him. I'm like, "Do all white girls look the same to you?"
I was like, no, I did not.
I mean, in my opinion, Caitlin, you don't look similar, but
A couple of different people on stream in the after party said that we looked very similar, and I don't know who this Caitlin person is, so I'll need
Here,
to
I'll
go
show-
back to his.
I'll show you her. I don't think so. I mean, other than your pasty white girls.
This is actually a very similar complexion to what I legitimately am. Like,
Yeah, let me
my
find a good
hair
picture of Caitlin.
actually shows up correct. Because I have the little streak
Why
of blonde
is
in the
this
front.
grayed out? What the hell's going on? Cool.
But yeah, we have 10 people watching this. Like, that's wild. I know we've got Bacon, David, and Ruben, but we've also got some lurkers.
Yeah, I mean, other than white girl, I don't really see it. I mean, I guess the hair is kind of similar, but that's about it.
brown hair is so unique.
Here. There you go. I mean, that's Caitlin. That's who he was mistaking you for.
I don't think we look the same.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's not the greatest picture, but no, it don't look similar to me. I mean, like I said, other than, pasty white girl with long hair.
Oh, Andrew Chance says he's still awake.
And Blake's lurking.
He's always lurking.
As I just
Blake's met Caitlin. Do you think Caitlin looks like Sierra?
do we have the same vibe going on? Because I do peace signs almost all the time.
She's really cool. I don't know about the
Am I
same
not cool?
vibe. I mean, she's pretty chill. I mean, you both love Weller. Her favorite bourbon is Weller Antique. So,
Yeah, I was not. I had my legitimate birth certificate and driver's license and everything, but I did not have specific permission from the state of Texas to have a passport, so I could not get a passport. And then because I was denied for a passport, I could not get a passport for a certain amount of time. And it was like, you can't get a passport. You were denied. Yeah, but I was denied because I was of the reason that's no longer a reason anymore. The reason is gone.
Right.
That's stupid.
And then it's like, well, you were denied. You have to wait.
So how long do you have to wait?
I had to wait 2 years, but then I forgot about it because I wasn't planning on going anywhere. And I thought I could just take a trip like I did to Mexico with just my driver's license and birth certificate. But I guess going to Canada is different.
You might be able to still. It's a
I
lot.
mean, you could try. I mean, you could go to the border and ask when you get there. And just take all the documents you have. Hey, I don't know if you'll let me back in. They might let you into Canada. They might not let you back in.
Well, that's the problem, right? The Canadian government may let you in, but
the American guard might not let you back.
I just don't want to risk it.
If you can't get back, then you can call Alex. He's got 2 houses right now. He's got room.
Yeah, he's like 1,000 miles west.
It's a far way.
Just a little bit. Just a wee little bit.
Yeah, it definitely was. But I was able to go to Mexico just fine with just my...
How long ago, though?
That was 2017, 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know the rules.
Yeah, without a...
I'm agreeing with Blake. I'm just going to stay in the States.
Yeah, I wouldn't...
I wasn't initially planning on going across the border because number one, I thought it was only airports that you got international stuff, and number two, I'm just not going to do it.
Make that a different trip.
Yeah. Stay in our... Yeah. I saw a meme that was one of those cookie cakes with a terrible, terrible United States flag on it. And it was like, this flag looks like United States feels right now.
All right, well, I'm checking the Canadian side of duty free to see what they say they have. Just to see if you'd want to explore.
But even if I wanted to
that's
explore,
all they
I don't
have,
think
no,
so.
you don't care. I don't believe that's all they have. Because, wow, that's shit.
I've been seeing in a lot of airports that they've been having shit for international.
No. This is like royal shit. I don't believe this is all they have because I've been to the stores and they're quite large on the border at Niagara Falls. Yeah, it's Woodford Reserve, Knob Creek, Jim Beam White Label, Jim Beam Black Label, Jim Beam Stag, Jack Daniels, Gentleman Jack, and Maker's Mark. I do not believe that is all the bourbon they have.
But right now, maybe.
No way.
You're like, no.
No. Let's see what they say they have for Scotch. Yeah, they don't have one high end. They don't have a Scotch. The highest end Scotch they have on here is Johnny Walker Blue. No way.
Bacon's finally home and into his booze fridge. What did he miss? Just me learning things about how I don't know anything.
That's not true.
I don't know anything about travel.
Correct, Ruben.
So you're going to Niagara Falls, and we know you're going to this festival in Ohio. Anywhere else?
And then I'm going to stop in Indiana and go to Kentucky. And then I'm spending 4 days in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Why?
I have a timeshare, and it's the yearly free.
I'm like, why would you go there? Of the beautiful places you're going to be passing and all, it's like, yeah.
I have a timeshare.
Yeah, that's fine. And you found it was somewhere along the way, and you're like, fuck it. Pretty much, right?
Gatlinburg.
I saw that it was going to be a 4-night free trip. Well, it would cost $99 in state fees for the 4 nights. But
No problem,
that's
Ruben.
like
Jesus.
Yeah, the C921 Ruben, correct.
Um,
If you like knives, the Smoky Mountain Knife Works is there in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg.
how long are you planning on spending in Kentucky?
we're going to be doing at least one day. We're going to the Maker's Mark Distillery because that's what my boyfriend and I both like, and we want to do the whole dipping bottle
It's a
thing.
great experience. The tour is great. The place is great. You're gonna be like, where are the dudes? But besides that,
What do you mean, where are the dudes? Is it all females that work there?
90+%, yes.
I'm cool with that. Again,
No, it was just there. I straight up asked the person who was doing our pick and everything. I'm like, I said, I've noticed an extreme lack of like dudes here.
males.
And it has to do with like the attitude they're looking for when they're hiring and the kind of people they want, and they tend to, have a certain genetic disposition. But it's just wild. Even most of their executives, they're almost all women. If you look into it,
Okay.
it's actually it's cool. It's just like I was just like when I went there for the first time, I'm like, I feel like I'm in the minority, which is really weird at a distillery.
Well, we're
Anywhere
going
else
mostly
planned?
Possibly Heaven Hill, but I don't think we'll have enough time to go and do a tour. It would
Yeah,
be
they're
like,
not
gift
they're
shop.
not exactly close.
Yeah. But being in Tennessee, it's just like we can stay there for the 4 nights. So we're probably going to leave and go back to Kentucky on a day or two.
Where are you staying in Kentucky? Do you know what town?
We were going to stay somewhere close to Maker's Mark.
Oh, okay.
Just pick someplace close.
Makers is kind of off on its own last I remembered.
Yeah, it was the most on the way to Gatlinburg from what we were looking at on Google Maps.
Yeah, I need to look at this on a map.
But also
Gatlinburg's not-
monetarily, do I need to stop at all the distilleries in Kentucky?
No, I was more thinking about if there were any particularly really good stores to hit, or
Ooh.
I've done my share of hunting.
Especially recently.
No, foreverly.
Well, I mean, it's not
So you're
like, oh,
gonna
I went to
run
the store a
down to
while ago.
Knoxville. Yeah, I'm looking how you're running down.
Blake saying
You're
to go
actually going to be
Bardstown.
passing by Sean Whiskey Wars. You'll probably be passing within like a half hour of him.
Probably, but I don't know him.
He cool. He got a good hat. I've drank with him in a parking lot.
I don't think he knows me, is what I mean to say.
I've drank with him in a parking lot.
I'm
Remember
not
us
opposed to
talking
drinking
about
in
that the
parking
other
lot.
night?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
And not the only thing that was done in a parking lot.
I was just messing around.
Yeah.
Lots of things happen in parking lots.
Cheech got off because he was having audio issues and it wasn't worth the rage. But Lexington Liquor Barns.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like a half hour to 40 minutes south of Bardstown, so. It really depends if they're gonna run 70. 60, it depends on which way you run down. I mean, you're.
That's what she said.
Actually, is happy hour down there? Huh. I gotta think on this.
You have my number, don't you?
Probably.
Let me see if I have your number. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, Blake, Big Blue, they're overpriced on everything, but he has a lot. I did pick up one pick from him when I was there this past time. They have a shitload of whiskey, but you could really get taken there.
Party source.
Well, that depends on where they cross in. So they're going to be coming from... You're going to be coming from Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
That's what's weird, because it's leaving Western New York. It's like... Yeah, so I guess they would run 71. Blake's right.
Yeah, we are going back down through Ohio.
Yeah, you're going to drive right by Blake. You're going to drive right by Stacy H. You're going to drive right by Jason. The Mash and Drum.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting how they stay running. You're going to go through Cleveland, which is a fucking armpit. Holy shit, I went there this past trip because I drove Bobby Bourbon Battalion to the airport up in Cleveland. So I'm like, well, I'm like on Lake Erie. I'm like 20 minutes from like 15, 20 minutes from Lake Erie, and I'll hit a couple stores. I'll check out the city because I've never been. What a shithole. God damn. Like, wow. Literally. Yeah.
Who's Bobby?
Bobby Bourbon Battalion. Oh, well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's talking about Bobby Bourbon Battalion or Bobby from my Whiskey She Wines, who's pretty much given up whiskey, and I made a Booker's bottle talk to him the other day.
You made a Booker's bottle talk to him?
Kind of. I made a meme.
Oh, okay.
I put eyeballs on a Booker's bottle, and I said, Bobby, remember me? Because he used to love me.
Yeah, once you mentioned I Whiskey She Wines, I was like, I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, because he's pretty much given up drinking, even though he loves whiskey. But apparently he loves his Jim Bod more.
Yeah. He was talking about Bourbon Battalion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, she's been passed by like all the Ohio people, including you. But he'll be at work, like fucking always. What other distilleries are near Makers? They're like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
There's a chat from Ruben for you, Ben.
About my Clud? Alright, well, hit me up about the Clud. I've been telling you we need to talk. Ain't my Clud, but I'll see what I could do. So, what the hell is there in Gatlinburg to see? I know nothing about Gatlinburg.
It's someplace that my boyfriend has gone to when he was younger and everything. So
Gotcha.
He's got it as a surprise for me. I don't know.
It's like a mini little you can do. They have like the little
Jesus, that's
what's it
still
called?
fucking
Like the-
far from home for you. Holy crap.
I think they got the Titanic Museum, the Dixie Stampede Dinner Theater, some of that stuff. There's some zip lining stuff, some mountain Oh, they have a cool mountain coaster there.
Oh,
into
I
that
got
thing.
you, Blake. Yeah. It's 3:45 a.m. and I have to work at 9. Why am I on here?
We can cut it. I
No,
was planning on cutting it at 3.
Well,
At
you got,
3?
you can keep going without me. I'm just staring at a map, trying to see if where cool places I can tell you to go.
Yeah, exactly, Blake.
Yeah. That's where we're staying. We're not saying we're gonna spend every day there. That's just gonna be the go back.
Yeah,
for
but you're
that.
4 hours from.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while away from.
You're like 4.5 hours from Makers where you're staying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
you
close.
did-
to
We're
anything.
doing
And
that
there's
before
no-
we get to Gatlinburg.
There's not much else south of Makers. I mean, you could of course hunt, but as far as distillery wise,
Chattanooga's on the other side of the state, I think.
yeah, Chattanooga's nowhere near where they're gonna. I mean, they could hit Chattanooga on the way home.
That's what we're planning on doing, is hitting it on the way home.
There's a couple cool whiskey tube people in Chattanooga.
Yeah, not in Gatton. And you can get some. Isn't that where old smoky moonshine is made? I think in Gatton.
Yeah. No, I don't plan on hunting in Gatlinburg. But
You know
around
what's funny?
Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg may not take much longer for me to get to than Buffalo.
Really?
I got to look this up now. Hang on. How long would it take for me to get to?
What are you in Northern New York?
No, I'm on Long Island. If I was in Northern New York, I'd go meet you in Buffalo. Say hello. Well, in Niagara. So currently it would take me 7 hours and 3 minutes, 430 miles to drive to Buffalo. Okay, so Niagara is like another 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, and to Gatlinburg. No, it's further to Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is 700 miles, 770 miles, 12 hours. But notice, it's only 4 more hours.
Yeah. And it seems significantly farther.
It's 300 miles further. Because the problem is, there is no direct line from me to Buffalo. I have to go over, up, and then over again. Whereas there's highways that run a diagonal, with a little bit of that, but I could run straight down basically to Gatlinburg.
Ruben saying, all right, I'll hope to see you all beautiful people
I
in
ain't
Vegas.
coming to Vegas, Ruben.
I can't come to Vegas.
Nope.
I'm using my vacation for this.
How long are you two dating?
7 years.
Alrighty then.
What is it?
No, I was like, okay, well, doing the math and the age, but then I got to remember you're in the South, so things happen younger. And
We've been dating since my junior year in high school.
And that was his senior year in college.
No, he had been graduated for a year. So freshman.
I was playing. I ain't doing the drive. I would actually. You're not going to be going over that far. So, like an hour east of Buffalo, there's a town where I would send you to a store where you would probably get all kinds of crazy shit. But it's an extra hour east of your planned trip or more.
So 2 hours round trip for depends on what it is.
It would probably be very cool, very, very rare and cool picks. But not so rare as I can't get my hands on them remotely. So, you know. There's a large whiskey community about, like I said, about an hour east of...
Is that where I got my COVID vaccine bottles?
No, that's 10 minutes from my house. Literally. I was at his store Saturday?
You asking it like a question as if I know. Maybe Brian knows.
I don't know. I guess the number of Elijah Craigie had, maybe it was Saturday.
I don't know. All right, I'm going to bed. Screw you guys.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
I'll see you, Ben.
Later. Hit me up, guys. Yes.
But yeah, Bantam is where I got that pick.
Yeah, that's 10 minutes from me. I was literally there Saturday. My favorite bagel place is within walking distance of his store.
Bagels are neat. Yeah, I plan on cutting off at 3. We got 1 person, 2 right now, but one's planning on leaving in just a minute.
I should have left already. My finger's actually on the leave button, and the mouse button is clicked. As soon as I let go, I'm gone.
3, is that like in 10 minutes?
Urban's going.
Apparently
yeah.
not.
Okay, yeah,
All
so
right.
you're an hour behind
Good
me
night,
then. See you,
Good
Ben.
night.
Yeah, so you're
Wait.
just an hour behind me then.
Yeah. Top of the hour. It is 2:53 currently for me.
Yeah, my wife will be getting up in
Yeah,
an
but-
hour to go to work.
And isn't it like, why are you awake when I'm going to work? Did
Nah,
you say it was something like that last time?
nah, that was just being funny. She can't stay up all night, so
Yeah.
I mean, she's a dispatcher, but she's worked day shift her whole career. If
Mhm.
she had to go work night shift, she'd fall asleep. There's no way she would make it all night. Even like sleeping all day, she's just not that. That's not her hours. I used to love working midnight.
I work with some people like that even though they sleep all day, it gets real hard for most of the shift.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
not
"Come
everybody.
on,
Not everybody can do it.
let's get some coffee. Let's get some it is like midnight and you're already like rubbernecking. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I didn't drink coffee until I worked midnight, and then I started drinking coffee to stay awake for the midnight shift.
Coffee, energy drinks, anything.
Plus the 7-Elevens give cops free coffee.
Hey, that's nice.
Well, anytime you're in a store, you're free security for the time you're in there. So
Security for the time you're there, yeah.
yeah,
The
That's when I
7-Eleven
started.
close-
what's
Go
that? I said that's when I started my coffee addiction. Now I can't
ahead.
go a day without it.
My the 7-Eleven close to my work, they don't offer anything like that, but he usually keeps the door locked from the quote unquote weirdos and opens it for the people who work at the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
You made interesting people in 7-Eleven at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I don't blame them for having the door locked unless someone reasonable walks up.
Yeah.
Because if you gotta buy gas, then like you don't even have to go in.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think he's supposed to have the door locked while the store is technically open, but
Yeah.
he hasn't gotten in trouble for it yet. So the type of people who would report him, sadly, no one listens to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not the shift to work when you work those places.
Yep. We have 8 people watching. I've got my thing open, so we've got 6 people watching us just chill, talk, got this soothing music on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when Vic and Joe the other night, the 3 of us stayed from your. I think it was, wasn't it? I think it was from your stream.
Mm-hmm.
And you left the music on, so we were just like.
I left the studio. I was like, "You guys can." Oh yeah, I didn't turn the music off.
Yeah.
I was like, I left. I was like, you guys can keep on hanging out if you'd like, but
Yeah. Yeah, you just
No, I
left the music, so we were. I don't know if it's the same. Is it the same music?
yeah, it's the same.
Because there's one little bleep of the music that sounds like the intro to Doogie Howser, like old TV show with Neil Patrick Harris, where he was a prodigy kid and was a doctor at like 8 or 9 or whatever.
Bacon saying, I like working second shift, especially since I hate waking up before noon, and I used to like going to bars after work.
Oh yeah.
I see 11.
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
hated
since
midnight, but I liked evening shift because it started at 1 in the afternoon and then got off at 1 at night. That was the perfect shift because you missed the school crossings, and the day work units did the school crossings, and then you got to do the fun evening stuff, but you didn't have to have the boring hours of 2, 3, 4 o'clock doing nothing. Yeah. And you didn't have to watch the sunrise while you were working.
It's just like going to bed super late.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do that now.
Yeah.
And it seems to always be Big Vic involved.
Which I haven't seen him at all tonight, but he said that he was going back to work.
Yeah, I think he's working
today.
Yeah, he had to work. So, But yeah, I was with Joe and him on your stream the other night till 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I went to bed. Well, I got off stream. How about that?
Yeah.
I had a bit. That's a sign I've had a bit much because
Yeah.
Loose lips sink ships, and it is just about 3, so we're gonna end this broadcast. I've got the rest of this beer to finish. It's just gonna be Slapshot and I, unless someone else wants to jump on for just a minute. I'm going to bed when this beer is done. So, thanks everyone for hanging out. My StreamYard says I've got 8 people watching. I've gotten a couple of subs since we went live, and I appreciate every single one of you. Regardless if you're still on or not, I still appreciate you for subscribing. All the likes are helpful. So good night, Blake. Good night, Bacon. Everybody else is lurking. Possibly Andrew if he's still awake. Cheers.
Good night, everybody.